back, which is
I was
great.
talking to Rusty. Well, I was watching it with Rusty.
Kevin Moranz.
Hello?
Hey,
Yo.
bro.
Oh, there we are.
You hear us?
There we are.
All
We're
right.
golden.
Yo, welcome to the show. And you, sir, are officially in the record books as a lap leader in 450 Supercross.
Is that actually like legit? Is that an actual stat?
I mean,
we could make it one because I sure as hell would claim it.
here's the thing. You led a lap, and as far as I know, they do keep track of lap leaders in mostly everything but Triple Crowns. So somewhere in that record book, buried deep with all the other guys that do the same thing you do, which is hole shot and lead, you're there,
Well,
bro.
you got your name in the record book twice, as far as I'm concerned.
True.
A whole shot,
Whole
Dude.
shot and lead.
and
yeah.
a lead in the lap.
Yep. Bravo, sir.
And a whole shot of the heat race too. Like that is just a solid night, man.
Dude.
Obviously, slightly short-lived in our situation. It's just a fuck up on my part. I just went a little long on that triple because it was rebuilt, and I went to hit it because obviously we only get a sight lap, and I didn't hit it on the sight lap. And yeah, I was hitting it as hard as I needed to in the heat. Well, obviously it was a little different, and yeah, I just overshot it. So
Oops.
part of it, but dude, I was stoked with the whole situation.
Oh, claim it.
I was sitting there laughing as you're stuck on the tough blocks going, he doesn't give a shit. All he's thinking about is that whole shot bonus he just got. And then, like, yes, I led a lap. Outside of that, he's like, I care less. I'll just pull off right now, call it a night.
Yeah, I was sitting there with my buddy watching the race, and I was like,
No, I
Moranz,
mean as soon as
whole
that
shot,
happened,
watch.
yeah, I was obviously bummed, but I mean, as soon as I got out of that, I was like, I mean, it is what it is. I can't stop now. I was like, I just fucking went across the finish line first. Like, that's sick. I was like, get your shit together and just get as many points as you can. Because, like, the fight for the top 20 points is going to come down to the wire. It's going to be gnarly.
Yeah, because isn't there's what, a couple grand or so difference in payout, isn't there? For top,
Yeah,
like,
if you're 21st in points, you get nothing. If you're 20th in points, you get 10 grand.
Damn.
Okay. All right. So there's a 10 grand
10
difference.
grand. All right.
And where are we sitting right now?
And
I haven't even looked at this.
We got bumped back to 20th. We were sitting 19th going into the weekend. Now we're, like, tied for 20th.
Ooh,
With who?
Like 4 different people.
Oh, well, that's
I think
gonna.
Chiz, Cartwright.
There's a lot of people. I'm gonna have to go.
We're gonna have to go flatten their tires.
Yeah, pull their valve stems out or something, man.
Hopefully they're not running mooses.
Man.
Do you run a moose, Kev, or are you a tube guy?
No, dude.
Tube. Okay.
So, dude, what is
Yeah,
it?
I got a flat tire in the second qualifying session. That's why I qualified so terribly. I mean,
oh, go ahead.
isn't terrible. I mean, 24th, but should have been better.
What's it like to come around that first lap and just jump that finish line first?
Dude, it was sick. It was epic.
Well, lack of a better term, how big did your dick feel when you passed Sexton around the outside?
Well, honestly, dude, I didn't really plan on doing that. Like, he's obviously the homie. I know I'm not that speed, not yet. And but when he singled and I got the double and I got a good drive off the backside, I'm like, dude, like, if I can get to the finish line first, I'm gonna try my ass off to get to the finish line first.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
that's just cool, kind of deal. And then, like, when I did it, like, dude, I've had so many people hit me up just because of how cool that was that I didn't just, like, lay over.
Yeah.
So,
No, that was
Yeah.
We all thought the same thing. Like, damn, he's fighting for it. This is badass.
yeah. Now, did Sexton make any contact with you, or you just literally overjumped that?
that was just me.
Okay, because I couldn't
I
really
mean,
tell
he was
on TV.
close, but yeah, I landed into, like, I landed like a half a wheel too far to that point where I landed into the berm a little bit.
Got it.
And I landed on the very left of the berm, so like immediately were tough blocks right there.
Got it. Yeah, because Coach texted me this morning, and he goes, "Yo, Kev should have just pulled a bogle and just pulled over, waited for Chase to come around, just blasted him." And I was like, "Yeah, I don't really
Yeah,
think
they
he
didn't
cared
even
about
touch.
that. He got that whole
Yeah.
shot, and that was it." So,
Yeah.
oh man.
So I'm tied right now. I'm in 20th.
Okay.
I'm tied with Chiz
Yep.
for 20th.
Okay.
We got Cartwright 1 point behind us. We've got Starling 3 points behind us, and then we've got 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got Freddie 7 points behind us,
Okay.
and then we've got Cade 9 points behind us.
Who's right in front of you?
Grant Harlan. He moved because he did pretty good this weekend.
Oh,
He
fuck
was
that
behind me coming into the weekend, but he's sitting with 46. I'm sitting with 43.
Okay. All right. Well, that's no problem. One race would make that up. So here's what you need to do. You got to blast Harlan. And you know what?
No, we're not blasting Harlan.
Benny's
we're
on the same train.
Kickstart bolts on Chisholm's bike.
Well, that's true too. So we loosen the kickstart bolts, and you and Benny gang up and just gang bang Harlan, and you'll be good to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because Benny's pissed at him. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because well, not really, but Harlan, I guess, like made kind of a sketchy move on him last night, and supposedly it was like he was out of control or something, is what Harlan said. But Benny's like, "I'll let this go this time," but like,
I thought they were boys. Are they not?
Oh, they are. No, they are. No,
okay.
they
well,
are.
Did you see
but
it going
was,
around? I don't know if Kev saw the photo, but it was Harlan and Benny standing together.
Yeah,
and they both had their heads shaved, and it was like, this is Dr. Evil and Mini-Me.
Yes.
Yeah, it's funny.
Oh man! All right, but dude, so starts are back, so that's awesome. How the heck was that track last night? Because it didn't look like a whole lot of fun.
Oh, it looked worse than
dude. It was, it was tough. It just got so rutted, but it was like I don't know how to explain. Like I would have rather raced Indy than that track.
Okay,
that's kind of the way I was feeling.
I've heard mixed reviews. There were other guys that said they'd rather race that than Indy because the Indy ruts were so much like not worse, but they were more grabby or something. Yeah. So
I kind of disagree. I mean, they were softer. These ones were like harder ruts, right? So like, it hit them perfectly. You were pretty much screwed because you couldn't move the rut at all, right?
Mm-hmm.
In Indy, the rut would move a little bit.
Okay. Now,
but,
is
I don't know.
Is that stadium pretty small? Because it looks small on TV.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kinda. I mean, it's not. I don't know. It's not bad, but it's nothing crazy.
No.
Pits are nice.
Yes. What? That's
What'd
all.
you say?
It's all indoor there. Isn't
I said
it?
the pits are
Yeah,
nice.
we got shafted though. We got put over in the back 40 more or less, where you can only get into credential access. So we didn't get any fan interaction. I ended up going in and setting up a tent just so I could, like, I didn't take my bike or anything in there, but I just set up a tent so I could sign autographs.
Lame.
Oh my god.
Lame.
That is super lame.
Yeah.
Like there should be. I don't know how it works, but I feel like if you're, top 20 in points, or you're in the main event every weekend. Like,
Yeah, we tried.
like-
We tried making that argument.
What was the answer? They were just like, no, fuck you.
Yeah, pretty much. Factory team kind of only to an extent, which like somehow Bubba Pauly's team got in there. Somehow David Pulley was able to get in there and
Dude,
whatnot.
oh my! Don't even get me started on that guy. Don't even get me started on that guy.
Why I didn't bitch though is because the team's header had to park where we parked, and those dudes both just got top 10 in the 450 last weekend, and there was a story about them.
And
Like, how can you
David
not get
Pulley
those
was
guys in?
inside.
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
Oh, I'm gonna stay away from that one.
I am too.
I'm a dick.
We are friends with Feld now. Sure.
Well, that's good to hear.
No, we're not, but you know what? We're just gonna moving on. So you think there's gonna be any awkwardness with Chase at the track for the next couple weeks here
No.
since you blew
No,
by him?
I don't think so.
Not at all.
No, it'd be different if he was lapping me, but dude, like we're in the same point of the race at that point.
Yeah.
Listen, we want the inside line on how salty he is about Coop giving him the gunslinger.
Yes, that's
Dude,
what
I thought that was
know.
kind of savage too.
I thought it was real douchey, to be honest with you, because I'm like, bro, he just came from behind and caught you in a heat race.
100%.
Owned it. Did you hear the press conference?
Oh yeah, he said he threw it out there because he's like, well, Chase fast in these, like whatever, and I'm just.
He was like, I kind of wanted to mess with his mental, and I guess it worked.
He did say that, yes.
He's like, I guess it worked.
It worked. He did the same thing he's been doing. I don't know how you think that worked, but whatever. So
it was pretty savage.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I thought I was watching MX vs ATV back in the day when I'm playing with my buddies split screen.
Yeah. Was there a bunch of junk in the dirt there? Is that why you think you got a flat, or just a random weirdness?
No, there was a lot. There was a lot of junk in the dirt.
Lame. Super lame.
Yeah. But no, that's not why our beadlock broke.
Oh, gotcha.
Like the beadlock literally sheared in half.
Ew.
So then my tires started spinning on the rim.
It's all that traction with those Pirelli tires.
Indeed, man.
Gotta eat. Gotta eat. How are
Got it. Let them eat. Let them eat.
let him eat, man.
Hey, speaking of eating, is there going to be a photo of you pulling the whole shot with them boys behind you right over the kitchen table? Blown up and framed.
Yeah, probably at some point. But dude, I have a ton of really good photos. I'm gonna post
Yeah,
some of
okay.
them tonight.
That's badass. Because
That-
I did see one
Yeah.
pull up, and I'm like, fucking A, that's a cool photo.
That would be my
Yeah.
screensaver for the rest of my life. I would just never change it on my computers, my phones, my
That's funny.
iPads, nothing. Just always.
No, don't change it until the next one, because it's going to happen again.
Yeah. I'm
Exactly.
I'm super happy to see the starts are back, man. Like last week was really, really good. A couple weeks before were pretty good, and then yeah, last night as you're like whole shot in the heat there, that was pretty cool too because you whole shot that with Craig right there, and so that was pretty interesting to watch you boys go at it a little bit there for a second. So
I feel like that was the longest start straight of the season so far, though. It looked like a long one.
did feel like it, but
Yeah, it was.
Was it?
we haven't
Okay.
been to Glendale yet, so just calm down.
Well, still. But I was sitting there watching. I was like, "Yep, Kev, he's just gonna pull out a couple wheel lengths while these other guys are shifting, and he's gone."
Oh man.
So I heard you had a conversation with our buddy AJ at the airport last week.
Indeed.
Yeah, sweet. You get some good insight on how we can improve our YouTubes.
Oh, I wish, dude.
Oh,
We've
man.
got to figure it out. That's all I gotta say.
Hey,
Yeah,
let me
he does.
tell you, I don't know if he told you this, but he made this point in his podcast last week, and it made a lot of sense, and I was going to pass this on to you. You should lobby to go into B practice.
Just because of the publicity?
Yes, because you, number one, will be at the top of the board. Bingo, confidence booster. Number two, you will be on TV all the effing time. Cause like
I was last year.
Yeah, because like AJ has been in B group, even though he's made like almost every main and is clearly in the top
so
20.
He's talking to some people to stay.
No, he hasn't even tried. They just keep putting him there. But he's like, honestly, it's awesome because I'm on TV all the time. I'm constantly at the top of the board. It's a huge confidence boost. Now with him, yes, the track's better. With you, the track will be a little worse. But I think with what you're trying to do, the publicity of being on the screen, because let's face it, right now, when you're in A group, I don't ever get to see you. So, I can look and see your times, but, I don't ever see you. They don't, no offense, and you know this because you're a realist like this. They don't care about you in the A group. But if you were in the B group, I mean...
Yeah.
I'd
What
be
are
the
your
one they
thoughts
talk
on
about
that?
the most.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like, with what you're trying to do, it makes sense. Kind of like with AJ. Is B group great for him because technically... it's a little jaded because he's on that track that's so much better. Yes, but is he getting a bunch of coverage because he's running at the top all the time and I'm watching him on Race Day Live? Yes.
Yeah, he can leverage that with sponsors and stuff too.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a lot easier decision for him than it is for me because he's getting a better situation out of it than going backwards, right? So for me, I'd be getting a little bit worse. I mean, actually, a fair amount worse of a track. Because obviously the first few laps of our practice is kind of the golden moment because they usually make some adjustments and fix a few things in between the session and our session. But the biggest thing there is when he has more of a fresh track, it's easier to move around the track. Me, I'd be going into the B session, which would have slower guys, which me in my session, I'm one of the slower ones. So then everybody around me, I never run into people, right?
Yeah.
In the B session, it would be a shittier track. So it'd be more one lined and there would be jackasses that just roll in the main line and it'd be worse off probably. Yeah, you get a little bit more coverage, but for me, I'll take A practice all day just because one, that's where I need to be right now. I do like the coverage. I'm getting a lot of coverage in the LCQs, and then obviously if I'm whole shot and stuff. So I'll take my coverage there over worrying about trying to get more in qualifying.
I don't know.
I just have
LCQ
the
coverage,
ideas.
I think, is more valuable than race day live coverage.
The
I agree
LCQ
with that.
And
coverage
that's
is
another
key.
thing. Yeah, and that's another thing too. AJ obviously cares about his results a little bit, but it's more about the brand and the marketing for him
Mhm.
at this point. Obviously, for me, it's the opposite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're still racing.
Yeah, what was he?
Yeah.
He was saying something the other day that was kind of interesting in the comment section about 1099 and how he was writing shit off and all that. Does
I
he
don't
get into
know.
that on his pods at all?
Not that I've heard yet, but I don't subscribe to his stuff or anything. I just watch the free stuff he puts out, so I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like that side would be kind of interesting to hear about.
Yeah.
But
Well, I was impressed he brought you up on his podcast, so because he doesn't.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he like how do you?
Oh,
how,
that's how you know this conversation happened? I didn't know if I had
Yes.
told you this off air.
No, that's how I know this conversation happened was through his podcast. So,
Oh, what did he say about it?
I don't remember exactly, but he was. Oh, he was what the way it got brought up was he was talking about how all of these racers need to have YouTubes and stuff and like pursue that. And then he said he ran into you at the airport and you guys had a conversation about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So that's and I don't remember
a collab coming up.
Yeah, you guys got a collab?
No, I'll be all about it. But I did tell him that we need to do some kind of training session this summer.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah, you need
that'd
to
be
go
cool.
do some of his schools, man.
Yeah.
That'd be he's doing some interesting things. I think he's got a facility too.
He got any factory parts snuck on that bike? You think?
Maybe. He gets a lot of stuff from them Lawrence brothers.
Yeah, I bet some sneaky stuff has made its way to that bike.
He's rode the 450, I'll tell you that. So, all right, so Kev, what are you doing for the off
Yeah.
week, bro?
As of right now, I have a flight to go back home Thursday, and then I come back down here to Florida Sunday. So probably going back home. Still could cancel it, stay down here, but I'll probably go spend a couple days at home, get some stuff wrapped up,
Cool.
and get some stuff going up there, and then come back down and get back to work next week, and then go racing.
Sweet.
Sir, little golf, little
Yeah,
hobby
dude, I'd be
stuff?
down for some golf.
Yeah. Well, hey, fucking
I don't
keep
know,
it
we'll
loose,
see.
man. I didn't know if it'd be back to the grindstone or are you gonna have a little bit of fun with it.
I want to go back to the grindstone, but same situation that I was dealing with last year. Just got to be smart with body and whatnot. Like, I mean, we're 11 rounds deep. Like, grinding right now probably isn't the move. It's more just maintaining and being smart.
Yeah. Yeah.
Couple white claws and a 9-iron. That's all you need.
Yeah, that's definitely not 9-iron for sure. Dude, I'm running on like an hour of sleep from last night, so any alcohol in my system would destroy me.
He's only half a white claw on a good day, man. Like, trust me. He
Yeah.
doesn't need any more than that.
He was up all night in the van after leading a lap. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I was up for a while because of that.
All right. Nice.
Wait, what?
Nothing.
I think I took that wrong. I
Giggity.
was actually saying.
Yeah, we were giggitying.
Yeah, we were doing.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
No, I was just like actually awake for a while because I was stoked on the situation. No funny business.
Okay, strictly business.
Yes, strictly business.
Okay.
And because I mean, you probably saw my Instagram stories. I was at the stadium till 1 a.m. organizing footage.
I did see that. Yes, I did. I watch that stuff occasionally.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, organizing footage is a bitch.
Big pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Big pain in the ass. Like, but the demise of I need to hire somebody for that. So the vlogs are looking good, man. I do enjoy.
Thank you.
Too.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
dude.
How do you organize it? You pulling them? What are you putting? 1 in the front, 2 in the front. Teach our man Travis here a little bit.
What do you mean 1 in the front, 2 in the front? What do you mean?
Well, you put like 1 on the clip, and then 2 for the next one to keep them in line.
Yeah. So I do them. Yeah. So I put them in. I go ahead and organize them by name, and then I change all the number or all the names of them to just 1 MP4, 2 MP4, 3 MP4, one after another. And then so that's what I do inside of the folders, and then I obviously label the folders. Track walk is number 1. Free practice is number 2. Quali 1 is number 3. Quali 2 is number 4. Heat race, main, wrap up kind of deal. Fan interactions, kind of a bonus one kind of deal.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of a bitch at first, but that probably makes it so much easier when you're dropping them in the timeline.
Yeah, especially for the editor, it helps him a lot too.
Yep.
Sweet. Yeah, that stuff's kind of interesting because, as you know, both of us are kind of interested in the editing side and the production side of things.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting to hear about that.
It was obviously a solid weekend. I had 4 people come up and sign the bike. So that was cool. And then I had, after the heat race, where I hole shotted Christian Craig, Paige Craig came over with her videographer.
Big
and
Paige Craig fan over here.
No, did you see?
And she paid me to sign the bike.
Nice.
So she supported the program to sign the bike, which is pretty cool because she said that Jagger was watching my Daytona vlog on the way to the race or whatever and saw that you could do that and whatnot. She thought it was pretty cool.
Love that girl.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Huge Christian Craig fan because of his wife.
Now, was this before or after? I
thought
seen
that was
their
pretty cool.
vlog camera got stolen or some shit.
What?
Yeah.
No shit.
This weekend?
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. What a shitty weekend too with the main event or the heat race win and all that. But yeah, I saw it on her story or something. It was a picture of a camera and it said, "Whoever stole this camera needs to get slapped in the face." And it was like their vlog camera, I think. Yeah, shitty.
It's rough.
But
That's rough. Kev, I got one more question for you before we let you go here.
yeah, you need some sleep, bro.
Yep.
I know you've been watching a bunch of different stuff this week, and I don't remember if I asked you last week. What are your thoughts on the Deegan Smith thing?
Dude.
Who do you put the blame pie on?
Both of them, to be really honest. I mean, one, it kind of started with, I thought, so my personal opinion, right? They're going through the whoops. Jordan does have more momentum around the outside, but Hayden's in the lead, and he has every right to, kind of take him up high on that wall because obviously after you come out of the whoops, everybody goes to that wall anyway. So that's fair play. And then they go into the next corner. What I didn't like is how, Danger Boy, checked up, looked over, and tried to, play too much of a cat mouse.
Yeah.
Yep.
So then the next corner was obviously even more cat mouse, and then he hit him. And so, I thought that was definitely a little bit uncalled for being teammates. And then, so I think it was instigated too much by Deegan. But then, honestly, it's kind of Jordan's fault too because he should have known better than to try to do what he did in that 90 degree.
Mm-hmm.
He should have waited. He knew he was faster than him. He knew he was going to get him in the whoops the next lap. He could have set him up or even did the same thing back to him in a better situation. He just got irritated quickly and tried to, take him out, and he screwed himself over. So it's just part of the game kind of deal.
Fair analysis. But I blame Smith a whole bunch on it. So
What?
Dude, yeah, Smith. I mean, I'm with you. What I mean in the sense of blaming Smith is, yes, Smith should have
better kind of
yes,
deal.
Yeah.
There's no way he should have tried. I mean, dude, if you watch that video when he runs it in on that 90 on him, it's into his swing arm. Bro, that's never gonna work.
Yeah.
So you're way too veteran to be doing dumb shit like that. You should have waited, let the rest of the heat. I mean, at worst case, you get second in the heat to him. Okay, great. You go up and say, "Hey, I let you have that." You fuck with his mind, you would have got him anyway, and you tell him he owes you $1,000 out of that fucking bonus. So
yeah, exactly.
yeah. So no, dude, we did a recap on that last week, dude, and it blew up, and it was awesome. So.
Well, good deal.
So yeah. So all right, man. Well, get some sleep. Thanks for coming on. I know you're tired, so but we appreciate it, and we had to get you on obviously because of last night was awesome.
Yeah, I appreciate that. You know what I mean? We got a little dog in the fight. We ain't gonna do a layover, so we'll keep it going.
Look, I'm expecting nothing but hole shots for the rest of the season.
Listen,
so.
the
Son
whole
of a
shot's
gun.
dope, but the pass around the outside, that's where I'm jazzed up.
Yeah, well, I appreciate
Fighting
that.
for it.
I'm surprised Chase hasn't said he'd give you some money just to hold Cooper and Tomac up.
That's funny.
Oh man. All right, man. Get some sleep. We'll talk to you later, bud.
All right, thanks, guys.
Yeah,
Later.
bye.